Welcome, Indranil. Welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
And you flew all the way from Memphis, Tennessee. You got here on Thursday,
Yep.
and we're delighted to have you. So, how does one begin meditating at age 6? I didn't even know how to blow my nose when I was 6.
Yeah, that's how I started meditating also, just like blowing my nose. Because my dad used to sit for meditation, so I just basically monkeyed what he was trying to do. Less I was meditating, more like trying to sit like what he did. So, as I said, it was more like a dog will try to do whatever you do to keep you happy. So I was just trying to do whatever he did. And then, of course, that stimulated my interest. And then I went to multiple people and I learned the powers of meditation and how you use meditation to achieve different things. And that's how it started.
So should we think about you as a scientist or a sage or both? Which came first?
That's a very good question. So, primarily, all of us are both scientists and sages. And the reason is this. All of us have almost same wants in life. How many of you here want to have a career goal that you want to achieve? Anybody here doesn't have a career goal? Yeah, almost everybody says. How many of you want to live, say, till 100 years without having a disease and actually dying just because of old age? Almost everybody. I mean, your career goals can be to become a CEO or the world's best doctor or be a good mother or a good father. It doesn't matter. It depends on your situation. So human beings have the capacity to achieve whatever they want. And again, I repeat, whatever they want. And the only way to achieve it is understanding the science behind the power of yoga. You should not be a parrot. Okay, this guy is a big guru, so let me just monkey him and try to be a big guru. No. You got to understand the science. What is happening in your body. How your brain is changing. How you can have one of the most powerful brain in the body. How you can make sure that you'll never ever have heart disease or cancer. So basically every one of us has that scientist in us. You may not be publishing journal articles, doesn't matter. If you can save one life that's your own, that's more than important because as you know, 2/3 of the people out here, almost 3 out of 4 of you will die because of heart disease and rest 1% will die because of cancer in this group, guaranteed. I can guarantee it now.
Even after listening to Joel?
Even after listening to Joel. The reason is, we have done, as he has shown some of this meta-analysis, lot of these trials or meta-analysis, it's very difficult to put it into physical practice. And you have to do it. I'm not saying you should not do it. You should try to follow Joel bit by bit. But for that, you need something else. And that's where yoga comes in. You need to develop a lifestyle change, and that will only happen when you change your brain. Like what he said, tomorrow you'll stop having that big coffee with a bunch of sugar, white chocolate mocha because but after 7 days you'll have the same dopamine kick that he talked about, and you'll be going to the same Starbucks and ordering the same drink. So it's little more than knowing the science. It's the cost of practicing science, and that's where yoga comes. Yoga is a wholesome thing that completely changes your lifestyle from inside. It doesn't matter what Joel said. Some of these people, what they say is absolute science. But there's difference in a science being printed in a Lancet or a circulation journal and the science being used in your own personal life. So yoga is the that makes you do that. You can change your brain in 4 weeks by something called neuroplasticity, by practicing meditation. You can change the receptors from dopamine to serotonin in 4 to 6 weeks. You can prevent yourself from having heart attack, sudden cardiac death, cancers by practicing meditation, and we can talk about that. So the problem is not the science. I mean, guys like Joel are doing a great job. But you have to understand that these signs are of only use. Otherwise, they are going to be in library archives if you don't make those changes in your life. And that's what is the most difficult part of life.
So, just to clarify for the audience, most people, when you keep saying yoga, people are thinking, okay, you do these postures and you twist yourself like a pretzel. And are you saying that magical things will happen to my brain if I just am able to be more flexible, or what's the mind component here?
Absolutely. So that's a very, very good question. So unfortunately, the yoga in America has been almost restricted to what is called postures or asanas. Postures or asanas are just 5% of yoga. There are other powerful aspects of yoga. For example, breathing techniques, which is called in Sanskrit pranayama. There are breathing techniques which increase nitric oxide inside your blood vessels. So, as you were saying, the chance of stroke decreases, chance of heart disease decreases. If you are diabetic, there's a 14 to 26% chance that you might get your legs chopped off because the blood vessels in your legs gets blocked, and then the leg no more lives. So those can be prevented. So there are breathing techniques that you can know. Our human body has dances between something called sympathetic and parasympathetic. Sympathetic causes more inflammation, leading to heart disease, cancer, and all those problems. But you can shift your basic rhythm to a more parasympathetic rhythm. So that's breathing technique.